That's the way it should be done. So what I've done is I coated it with kosher salt in and out of the cavity. So where you put your stuffings, that's where there's a lot of blood and residue. So the first thing I've done is I've taken out the giblets. They usually come in a small package. You can put them to the side. I've washed both sides, in and out, the bottom, the top, and insides with hot water and salt. I dried it with paper towels, so it's dry. So what's going to happen if it is wet, when you put on your butter and herbs, it's going to kind of slide off. You want it to be a nice dry surface that you have. And as you can see here, we have a really nice turkey. Okay, you can see, just look through here. You can see the dark meat in the legs. It's beautiful. Okay, through the breast here, it's nice and full. What we're going to do here is we're going to start with salt and pepper. When you're starting this, it's kind of like you need to rub all your herbs in, like if you were doing a dry rub to the London broil that I did on Sunday. Rub them in, all the cavities, inside, in between the legs, on the back, underneath the breast, in between the wings right here. And go generous, because what's going to happen is, just like when you cook a piece of meat, when the heat comes to it, the fat, like a burger, it melts. So it's going to melt your salt away, and your herbs and your spices. So the first thing I like to do is, I like to start with salt. A lot of salt. And I rub it all around. It's going to melt off. You don't need to worry about saying, is my turkey going to be salted? That's one thing with turkeys. There's a lot of water and a lot of love and juices inside there. So I'm going to generous under the arms and rub it in. Okay? It's going good. So then I have fresh ground black pepper. Just keep it going. You want it to be spicy. You want a lot of herbs. So going like this, I mean, the more herbs, really a great flavor that you're going to have. And at the end, I'm going to show you what I would do when doing this. You're going to stuff the cavity. You're going to stuff the cavity with a bunch of the herbs that you have. Put it inside the essence as they're roasting. They're going to create the essence of the herbs that you have and cook from the inside out. So it really is like a double penetration of the herbs on the outside and the herbs on the inside. So I coated this really nicely with the salt and pepper. It's good. Feels good. You can feel all the herbs around it. So that's good. So now we're going to start with the garlic. Again, this, you really don't need to be afraid. Garlic everywhere. Garlic. 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 Throw a little inside the cavity. You know, that's looking really, really nicely. My two favorite herbs, sage and parsley, and along with another one, it's fresh thyme. Love it. Thyme is something that goes essentially well with turkey, poultry, anything of that sort. Pheasant, it's great. So here I have my my fresh thyme. Everywhere, everywhere. Looking great, looking healthy. I mean, this is something your mom would do, but I think she'll do as well as this. A lot of herbs. So all this stuff is going to melt off. And we have our sage. Awesome, looking good. And now we're putting it on there, so essentially we already know where we are with that. Lots of parsley. You're coating this up nicely. You're looking for a home run here. You want to impress your friends and family? This is the way to go. Looking like this, tucking it inside. Inside here, let me tell you one other item. Right here is where the thigh legs are. This is the thickest part of the turkey. When testing it, you say, hey, is it done or is it not done? The temperature you're looking for is 160. That kind of gives you a gauge of a totally cooked product. But when you're cooking it, you say, hey, well, I don't want it to be dried out. I would take it out about a half an hour before that. The turkey, when I generally cook my turkeys, I don't stuff them because, you know, there's the saying, oh, you know, your mom when you were younger always got up at 4 o'clock in the morning to put in the turkey. And even back then you said, why is mom getting up at 4 o'clock to put the turkey in the oven? If you're putting in a 18 to 20 or 20 to 22 pound turkey, I would say that possibly, because turkeys generally cook with 3 to 4 pounds per hour. Okay, so here we have the 10 to 12 pound turkey. It's going to cook in about 3 hours. Stuffed. My thought is, and this is what we do at Anthony David's, a turkey like this, 10 to 12 pounds, I can cook it in probably about an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes. When I bring it out of the oven, I put it on the side. I still know it's hot. It's as hot as the oven was when it came out of it. Well, along with that, it's going to have a carryover cooking time. So along with that, it's going to cook for the next 45 minutes to an hour. With the hour minutes to 45 minutes to an hour, it's going to get you to that point where it's perfectly cooked. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to put the butter on top. I'm going to probably finish it with a little bit more salt. I'm going to show you, say, hey, what do I do with these wings? I'm going to show you how to tuck them over, and we're going to truss the legs to bring them in so it kind of keeps it a tight package. So what we're going to do is these arms right here, everything's nice. Before we do that, let's use the butter. I have about a pound of butter here that I've let come to room temperature. I used a whisk and I whipped it a little bit, okay? So it's a little bit more pliable. So and this is just about room temperature. Let it sit up for about an hour and a half or so, okay? And this, start putting it on. It's going to melt, yeah. But you know, once this melts along with the juices of the turkey, you're really going to get a lot of things going on. A lot of love, a lot of juices, okay? Tuck it inside here. It's okay. This is all going to go into the pan as you're juicing it. Now, when you're basting a turkey, our good friend from Steve has a question on how do I baste a turkey and when do I do it? When basting a turkey, it's really, you can do it, but I would probably only do it during the course of the first hour of the turkey. What happens after that, if you keep basting it, you're not going to get a crunchy skin. You keep adding moisture to it. So with that, all this butter's looking good. I know it's no Diet Central here, but it is what people are looking for when you're having a great turkey. And this is even something, just to give you a heads up, this is something you could totally do the day before. This whole process, so when you wake up on Thanksgiving morning and you don't want to be bothered with, all I got to do, I'll get up early and take care of all this. You can take care of this the day before. I know, so you're going to say, wow, it's a lot of butter. It is. But guess what? It's all love for the turkey. This is all going to melt off. But this is what carries your juices to make your gravy too. So, now that we've seasoned our bird well, and she's looking good, or her, him, Tom Turkey, I'm going to show you how to tuck the wings, and we're going to truss the back. Whether it's stuffed or not, it's still essential to what you're doing. Our oven has been preheating for about an hour at 400 degrees. What we do at Anthony David's when you're doing a turkey, you already know the weight of the turkey. You know how long it's going to take. So if it's 3 to 4 pounds per hour, okay, divided by the pound of the turkey, you know that I know that this turkey is going to cook in about 3 hours. So when doing this, that's what I like to do. You take these arms, and you pick it up. You kind of give it a little tuck underneath. See how that is? Bring them in. Bring them in. Come on, baby. Work with me. There we go. Nice. It's looking good, right? Right about now. Now we have some trussing string you can get at any grocery store, Whole Foods, and so forth. So now what we like to do is, right now, I'm going to show you how to truss it. And it's easy as tying a knot. So just you make a double knot here, tie the one leg, and you're going to pull it in. Then it's like lassoing a baby cow. So you're going to bring it in. Oops. And you're going to cross the legs. So now that's looking like that. And now you kind of do a rodeo style. Bring it in. Bring it in. One time through here. Bring it back. And then you're done.